So in the previous video we have actually solved a simple problem of a T section. We have given and find the center of gravity of a composite section. I have given the complete concept in the previous video. In this video we are going to solve another problem of a channel section. I will only draw the figure of this section and you are supposed to solve by yourself. For example, we have given a channel section. Now remember that this is our channel section. The shape is like this. Okay, wait, the shape is like this. Okay, this is our channel section. Now I have completely solved. I have also told you the first dimension gives us the horizontal dimensions. Okay, so we have this figure. We knew that our channel section will be like that, and we have given our horizontal dimension will be this. From this distance to this distance is 100 mm. The second dimension is always the vertical dimension, means height, it's 50 mm and 15 mm. The third dimension is the thickness, so this thickness will be 15 mm. This is a now to solve this problem. Now this is my section 1, this is my section 2. Now this section 1, section 2, section 3. Okay, now now in first section I have horizontal dimension as 100 and my vertical dimension will be 15 mm. Same for this. Okay, now for this dimension I have to calculate 15. Will cut it from here, 15 will be cut it from here, the 50 will remain 30. 50 minus 15 minus 15 means 50 minus 30 is equal to 20. So the height will remain will be 20. It will be 20 and this thickness is horizontally 15 mm. So there will be 3 figures, so I have to follow this formula. This formula. Okay, now my step will be limited to this: a1 x1 plus a2 x2, and I can find out the, if you want to find out the procedure of finding the center of gravity, you can always go to the previous video, the center of gravity part 3, and you can check out what is the procedure. Solve this problem and that's it. That's the whole concept of center of gravity. Now there are few concepts that I wanted to give you, and these concepts are if you have been given solid bodies, how will you find out the center of gravity of solid bodies? Think. Now I have to mention here that I am talking about solid bodies. Okay, for example, you have been given a hemisphere. I have actually drawn it wrong. You have been given a hemisphere. You have to find out its center of gravity, etc. So you have, or I have already in the center of gravity part 2, I have already taught you what are the formulas for that. Okay, now this is a hemisphere, this is a right circular cone, this is a segment of a sphere. So you have all the formulas in the complete this lecture series of center of gravity. There is also one concept that quietly comes: cutting section. Now what actually is cutting section? Now cutting section is nothing but it's quite simple. For example, you have been given a rectangle section and you have been told that a rectangle or a circle is cut it from here, so you can definitely make sections. Now this first section, this is your section number 1, the whole rectangle. The whole rectangle is your section 1. Section 2 is this inner triangle, okay, and section 3 is your circle, okay. Now these are 3 figures in this cutting section. You have been given that this is a rectangle and you have to find the center of gravity, in which in this rectangle there are 2 cutting sections. One is this circle and one is this rectangle, so you have to rename it. The whole rectangle will be section 1, the cutting section will be given section 2, section 3, section 4 as well. So to find out the center of gravity, you just need to follow the same formulas. These are, you need to same formulas. The only correction you will do will be, this is your section number 1, means the whole rectangle, but you will not use this sign of positive, okay. You won't use this sign of positive actually, and instead of this positive you will use a negative sign for a cutting section. For example, we have section 1 is positive, so in section 2 and 3 is negative, so this will be negative and this will be negative as well. This will be negative, 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 this will be negative. For example, you have given a section of rectangle, you have given that there is a triangle, inside a rectangle there is a half circular cutting section. Now this is my cutting section, so if I name this is my first section, this is my second, and this is my third. No, I can rename it. This is my third section and this is my second section. So my formula will become, the cutting section will be in negative, so second section is in negative but third is not, okay. So my formula will be like this. So this is the concept that I wanted to give you of this cutting section, to find out the center of gravity of a cutting section. So in the complete lecture of center of gravity, I have told you what is center of gravity, what is centroid, what is the difference between center of gravity and centroid, what are the methods to find out the center of gravity, and how to find out the gravity using this geometrical method, how to find out the center of gravity by movements, what are the composite sections, how to find the center of gravity of a particular section, of a composite section, how to find the center of gravity of a cutting section here, and how to draw figures. Especially I have taught you how to draw a channel section, how to draw a T section. There's a complete procedure. If you have watched all those all the parts, center of gravity 1, 2, 3 and this part 4, you are completely aware of the whole concept.